Hi besties, I'm sure you guys could tell by today's title and thumbnail, we have another ranking. Last week I posted a video where I ranked my top 10 oldest eyeshadow palettes. I told you guys some stories behind them, and that inspired me to go through my collection yet again. In today's video, I want to rank my top 12 palettes that I bought or received in PR, and it never did anything with it. So grab a snack, bestie, grab a drink, because we're going to find out whether or not I wasted my money. I don't think there's any more palettes in my collection that I have not used, but there are some palettes that I bought sitting in front of me that I bought and was intending to make content with and then never did, or I got in PR and I just simply didn't have time for it. So, okay, so starting off at number 13, we have the Arc of Color palette from Bella Beauté Bar. I love Bella Beauté Bar so much, so much. So I don't want you guys to think that this is like a diss towards them, because it's not, because they're one of my absolute favorite indie brands out there. But here we have the Arc of Color. Now, when I first got this, I thought this was like a Lisa Frank collab. I got so excited, but turns out that it's not. But it is really beautiful, very kid-like. But for me, the reason why it's just a little bit lower on the list is just because, as much as I do love to have a good rainbow palette, I just feel like these are just a bit much. Just a bit much, because I just got also the Blend Bunny Artistry palette, which you guys will see later on in the video, and I kind of like that color story just a little bit more. Now, I will say the mattes in here are probably going to be fantastic. I do know Bella Beauté Bar's matte formula, and they have really good matte formula, and I just feel like the tones in here are not tones that I always gravitate to, because it's just all mattes, and I do love to have a little bit more shimmers in there. So that's why it is at the bottom of the list, not because it's not a beautiful palette, because it absolutely is, but because I like to have some shimmers with my mattes, and this is just a little bit too much for me in the terms of like I would have no idea what to create. It's a little intimidating, but I do love the way that's laid out. It makes it very easy to create somewhat of a look with this. I just looking at it going, I don't know what I would do without the shimmers. So it is really beautiful, but just a color story that I'm not as gravitated to. So that is why at number 13 we do the Arc of Color from Bella Beauté Bar. Coming in at number 12, we actually have Inslee Rain Cosmetics. This is going to be the Cold Moon palette. Now, I actually did pay for this myself. This was not gifted to me in PR. If you guys don't know, I no longer associate myself with this brand at all, but I still spent money on this palette, so I'm still going to feature it for today. It still even has a little slip in here. That just shows you how I literally never use this palette. Now, when this first launched, I wanted to get my hands on it, but it did sell out rather quickly, so I was never able to grab it. And then when they did restock it, I did purchase it myself, along with like, I think the Harvest Moon. I bought it with like some other Inslee Rain palette time. I just never did anything with it. I do think it's a really beautiful palette. I will probably never end up using this palette just because I generally do not support the brand anymore, but I do think it's really pretty. It was a palette that I definitely did crave way back in the day. But yeah, this is a palette that I bought and I never did anything with it. I couldn't even tell you what the price point of this is. Couldn't even tell you the price point, but I essentially wasted my money buying this because I ended up never using this at all. Here we have number 12, the Inslee Rain Cold Moon palette. So coming number 11, I received this in PR, and it's not that I didn't want to play with it. It's just that this is one of those palettes that I look at, I'm like, I don't want to touch it. And it's going to be from Fluoresas. I don't even know which one this is. It's the Phoenix palette. This is beautiful. This is absolutely beautiful. Like, I don't want to mess that up with my little fingers, right? Or my brush. Like, it is so beautiful. All the details in the palette, like the stamps, it's absolutely gorgeous. So when I received this, I was supposed to do something with it, and it ended up just not doing anything with it. So I feel kind of bad for the brand, because I feel like it's essentially just like a waste of money for them to send this to me, but I still really enjoy having it. It's a really beautiful, like, coveted palette, just because I love the tiny details in here and just how much love that it looks like it went into this. And I did play with other Fluoresas palettes. I know the formula is nice for what it is. It's not my favorite, but I do wish I would have given this the time of the day when I received it, and I feel bad that I didn't. So coming in at number 11, we do have the Fluoresas Phoenix palette. Now, at the same time, Fluoresas did send me one other palette, and this is going to be at number 10, and this is going to be the another one. It's like the part of the Phoenix collection. Here we have this. Again, this is really beautiful. Now, I did take my finger and I did swatch it right here just to see, but as you guys can tell, I tried very hard not to really use this palette because I just could not get over the stamping in here. Like, this is just so gorgeous, like absolutely beautiful. I've used it, I think, just to swatch the shade, but I didn't actually play with the palette. Now, I know when it comes like the Fluoresas formula, it's very light. It's very light, very much for those who like a very minimalistic makeup look. I love a lot of color, except not for today, but I do love a lot of color. And just this was just a palette that I I didn't gravitate to. I wanted to play with it, but I just ended up not doing it. So it's just been sitting in my collection all this time. I never got rid of it because I do really love how it looks. I feel like it's like an art piece to have, but yeah, this is definitely a palette that I got and never did anything with it. So coming at number 10, we have another Fluoresas palette. Coming at number 9, Lethal Cosmetics reached out to me and asked if they could send me the Serpentine collection. And this had been like after they had launched it. And I said, sure. But by the time it actually got to me, they had already had another stuff. They already had like the SpongeBob collection or something like that come out. So I just honestly forgot about it, and it's the Serpentine palette right here. I got this in PR. I never played with it. Now, I was genuinely surprised because I thought for sure they would not want to work with me after sending this to me, and I never even mentioned it, but they allowed me to build my own palette, and then I got the Black Spring in PR, and then I just got the Lethal Cosmetics. I'm going to do a review of that coming up, so you guys will see that next, but I never played with this palette. It is really beautiful. It's absolutely beautiful. I don't know why I never really got around to it, and I used to say in like my videos coming up, oh, I gotta play with this, I gotta play with this, I gotta play with this. And then I just never did. I'm just over here like, I'm so sorry. You know what I mean? Like, I'm so sorry, brand. Because at the end of the day, it costs brand money to send product and to pay for shipping. So not that you're ever required to give content, like you're not. Like, it's like PR is just simply a gifted opportunity. But they kind of hope that you do mention it, right? To get some sort of money back. And I never did anything with it. So yeah, it is pretty. At some point I will play with it, but just wasn't today. At some point I will try, but coming in at number 9, we do have the Serpentine palette from Lethal Cosmetics. Coming in at number 8, when Maggie reached out to me from Bone Bunny about this palette, she was so excited to specifically gift it to me because of the fact that I was one of the first creators to ever review the Blends palette. I was one of the first people to review the palette. So she said, I'm not really sending this to anybody, but I really want to send it to you. And I said, oh my God, I'm so excited. And it is the remastered Blends palette right here. So this is going to be the Masterclass Blend Artistry palette. Now, she did get this to me in PR, and I got it right as I was moving. So, besties, I never did anything with it, and I feel like shit because Maggie was so kind to send this to me. She did not send this to she did not send this. She only sent this like a handful of people, and I was one of the lucky ones to get the Blends Artistry palette, and it's just been sitting here, not being touched, not being played with, and for no reason in particular, just I haven't gotten around to it. It's a beautiful, beautiful palette. It's a great extension to the Blends line. It has every single undertone that you could possibly imagine to the blends, plus it has a whole new row of shimmer, and this one's here to stay. Like, this is going to be part of her core collection, and I just think it's absolutely beautiful. So if you never got your hands on the Blends palette, now is your chance to do so. Now you have a better extended version of it. You're going to have some of the OG shades in here, but even more extended with undertones, and I just think it looks really pretty, and I always felt so bad that like I never did anything with it. Never did anything with it. So I gotta get better about it. I gotta get better. You know what? I'm sure I'm not alone. I'm sure you guys have bought stuff in your collection or had palettes in your collection you might have never used. At least I hope I'm not the only one. I know my friend Mikey. I'm calling out my friend Mikey. My good friend Mikey literally buys stuff and doesn't use it all the time. So I know I'm not alone in that aspect. But coming in number 8, we do have the Blends Bunny Blends Artistry palette right here. Ugh, I'm so mad at myself for not using that. Coming in number 7, I did pay for this myself, but when it comes to cosmic brushes, they just took forever for shipping. Like, cosmic brushes, I get it like the weeks after it's launched, and by the time that like I do get it, a lot of you guys are already on to the next indie brand or the next launch, so it's really hard for me to keep up with this brand, especially because, like I said, it takes me a while to get it in, and I have no affiliate. It takes me a while to get it in, so like as much as I want to do like a dedicated review, I just feel like a lot of you guys are like, oh, move on to the next thing, you know what I mean? So coming number 7, we do have the Death Tarot card from Cosmic Brushes. Now, I bought this, the insert just fell out, and I never did anything with it. It's a gorgeous palette. It is absolutely a gorgeous palette. Now, I can already tell you guys that Cosmic Brushes has really beautiful formula, and they're really affordable for what they are. And the best part is I know they just opened a US shipping warehouse, so hopefully when they release the Sun Tarot one that you guys, that's probably actually live right now, I'm gonna buy that. I promise I'll get to it. I promise I won't wait. But now they have a US warehouse, so hopefully that means I'll get faster shipping so I could actually do more dedicated reviews for them. But I really wanted to play with this palette because it looked really beautiful. And like I said, I bought this months ago, and it's just been sitting in my collection. It's been sitting in my drawer where I put all my new makeup at. I never did anything with it. And it's really pretty. I don't know why. At some point, I will force myself to so that I know that I actually used what I paid for, but This is a prime example that, you know, a lot of you guys are like, oh, I want your collection. Sometimes it's not always the best because sometimes I feel like I just waste my money by not using it. You know what I mean? So it's really pretty. I definitely need to get the ball rolling on this one. So coming in at number, I think this is number 7, we have the Death Tarot card from Cosmic Beauty. Coming in at number 6, we have Day Day Signature. This is going to be the Chrome Pressed Pigment Palette Volume 3. Now, I did get this in PR, but I never did anything with it because by the time that I got this, I generally was moving. So I got this right during the move, and then by the time that I was going to do something with it, like so many other collections had launched, other video ideas I wanted to do, so I just never got around to playing with this. This is beautiful. Now, when it comes to like the original chrome palette, it was just all chromes, and then volume 2 actually had 3 mattes, and now she's doing the same thing where she has 3 mattes in here as well. I love Day Day Signature. Day Day Signature has fantastic formula. Not only are the shimmers just so creamy and buttery, but those mattes are beautiful. I just love that she does like kind of like a 2-shift shimmer right there. It's really unique, very fun, and I just feel really bad that I never got a chance to play with this. I've seen some really beautiful looks from my friends, but I just never got around to playing with it. It's really beautiful, definitely a color story that I would love to get into, but I did have to message the brand to be like, I'm so sorry. This video is like, maybe this video is like an apology video to the brand. Like, I'm sorry, I never did anything. Oops, but you know what? Life goes on. I will say almost every single brand did say, hey, it's okay. We completely understand. Like, no worries. So I'm grateful for that. So coming in at number 6, we do have the Chrome Pressed Pigment Volume 3 palette. Coming in at number 5, we have this palette right here from Blend Bunny Cosmetics. This is Cybin or something like that. I was so excited when I saw this first announced. So excited because I knew this is a color story that I was so going to be into. And then I never did anything with it. It's definitely still a beautiful color story that I would love to do something with. I actually reached out to Maggie and I was like, again, I'm so sorry. Super sweet, super understanding, and just a color story that I really want to play with. At some point, I think I will feature this in like a chatty get ready with me, a shop my stash, because I feel like this palette does deserve to have its light of day. There's 2 different lip glosses that came with this collection as well, but like I said, I got this right when I was moving and I just never did anything with it. As much as I really wanted to, life happens. So I never did anything with it, but I do think it's so beautiful. It's why it's ranked a little bit higher. So coming in at number 5, we have the Cybin, I think it's what you call, from Blend Bunny. Okay, so coming in at number 4. We do have the P. Louise My Forever Fall Spice Up Your Life eyeshadow palette here. Now, my beautiful friend Mikey got this for me last year, and I just never got around to playing with it. It's a beautiful, beautiful fall palette, and I absolutely intend to play with this before I do my fall ranking. Like, best believe I intend to. I just think that because it came after, like, fall, like, I was already, like, I think in the Christmas season by the time I ended up getting this, that I just was kind of forgot about it. Like, honestly, it just became one of those things I kind of forgot about. Now, I do like the color story. It's not my favorite fall color story, but it definitely has a lot of fall tones in here that I absolutely love. It's kind of unique with the way they're doing the packaging, too, so make it look like it's like a spiral notebook. And you're gonna have 4 different highlighters in here. Very unique for what it is. I definitely do like the P. Louise formula, and I definitely am excited to play with this whenever the time is right. But yeah, I got this last year and I never had an opportunity to play with it. So that is why at number 4, we do have the My Forever Fall palette from P. Louise Cosmetics. Coming in at number 3, we do have the Merry Christmas palette from Glaminatrix. Now, this one right here is a color story that I never got a chance to play around with. This was their Christmas palette, and I think the reason why I never got a chance to play around with this is because it came like after my palette ranking. I usually do a Christmas and winter ranking, and it came after, and I just never had a chance to play with it during the Christmas season. I get really busy with like all my jobs. I get really busy, so I just never had a chance to play with this. It is really beautiful. I do fully intend to play with it before the holidays so that I can make sure I include it in this year's ranking. I just never got around to doing it last year, and I really wanted to because it looks like a beautiful Christmas palette. Definitely not gonna be my favorite color story. I could already tell you guys that right now. I could already tell you guys that right now. It's not gonna be my favorite Christmas color story. Right now, I think that if there's no other brand that launches anything, Day Day Signature is still gonna hold the spot, but it is gonna be up there in terms of color story. I think it's really beautiful. Does that say thong? Does that say thong? Thong snap. I'm confused. Thong snap. Is that like an Australian thing? I don't know what that is. Interesting. Okay, so coming in at number 3, we do have the Merry Christmas palette from Glaminatrix Cosmetics. Coming in at number 2, I received this not necessarily in PR. I got it because of my job, and it is the Adept Cosmetics. This is going to be the Sapphire Seline eyeshadow palette. Now, I did swatch this palette for my job, and I did like do some swatches and some reels, but I never actually played with this palette. Now, when it comes to Adept Cosmetics, I typically don't really buy from the brand because I just think the brand is just so expensive. I mean, like, truly, they are so expensive. And their formula is beautiful, but they don't ever have enough mattes for my personal taste. I like kind of like a little balance. I will say this was a really beautiful palette. When I did swatch it, I actually was kind of blown away by it. And I was like, dang, I really need to play with this. Like, I truly do need to play with this because it really is beautiful. Like, it really is such a beautiful, stunning palette. Like, this shade right here called Aurora Bloom in Seline Sapphire. Oh my God, I love those when I swatch them. And I really should give this palette a chance because, like I said, I don't really play with this brand that often. And I really should because it truly is beautiful. But that's why it's ranked so high, is because I love the color story, especially when I swatched it. So, coming in number 2, we do have the Adept Cosmetics. This is going to be the Sapphire Seline palette. Coming in at number 1, I wanted this palette so badly, but the reason why I didn't buy it at first is because it was only available in a collection. You could only get this palette in a collection. It wasn't until like a month or 2 later where they finally released it individually, and it's going to be the Cosmic Beauty Starlight Society palette. Like I said, when this first launched, you could only get it by buying the full collection, and I was not about to spend hundreds of dollars on a full collection. I was not about to do that. I just wanted the palette. So when they finally released this individually, I got my hands on it, and unfortunately for myself, I waited all this time to do nothing with it. I did absolutely nothing with the palette. Like, that's crazy. That's crazy that I bought this and I just put it right into my makeup collection and never did anything. I think I like swatched like a shade or 2, but then that was it. That was it. I didn't play with it, and I was like, I really wanted this. Why did I not play with it? I literally have no excuse. I literally have no excuse other than I just had to have this and I didn't do anything with it. Point blank. Point blank, I had to have it and I did nothing with it. So yeah, I need to play with this at some point because it is a really beautiful color story. It is a really beautiful color story, and I really fall in love with this brand, and I just don't know why I get their palettes and I just sit on them and never do shit with them. And I'm like, what am I doing? I'm just sitting on the money. At that point, I might as well just take the money, toss it in the trash can, because that's what I'm doing by not even playing with it. You know what I mean? So I definitely need to play with this sometime this year because I bought it for a reason and it's beautiful and I really want to play with it. So yeah, that is why number 1, we had the Starlight Society from Cosmic Brushes. So I'm sure I am not alone in this. Please tell me that there is someone else in my comment section that has bought a palette and didn't do anything with it. I like to, not feel fully alone. I feel bad because like I said, some of these palettes I bought, some of them were gifted to me in PR, and I just never did anything with them. And I'm hoping that I can change that this year and I can actually use what I received and or paid for. So please let me know if I am alone in this or if I just threw my money in the trash and never did anything with it. Let me know. With that said, besties, that is it for today's video. I really hope you guys like this style video. I'm having a lot of fun doing rankings and some throwbacks. It's just something different and something that's really fun, and I'm just really enjoying it. So I really hope you guys are doing it, enjoying it too. But yeah, if you guys like this video, please make sure you guys give this video a cheeky thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you guys have not already. So I do post 3 to 4 videos every single week. Make sure you guys have my other channels are for life. You guys get to see my cool, wonderful adventures, my amazing husband, Corey. And as always, the biggest thank you goes these beautiful, wonderful page numbers you guys see right here. Thank you guys so much for everything. And to my subscribers and viewers, thank you guys so much for being here with me. You guys like this video, you guys thumbs down this video, you guys subscribed, you guys did not subscribe. Either way, thank you guys so much for being here. I love and appreciate each and every single one of you. So with that said, besties, I love you, and I'll see you guys in the very next video. Bye!